humanity survived. Our ancestors have destroyed the world, and we had to pay the price. With over 100 years without sunlight. But we have prepared ourselves for our chance to make things right. They stole from us a life of happiness. Still, we will make the best of it. Even though Mother Earth is grim and tainted, we have managed to survive. And we will keep surviving.
Alright guys, that was a pretty cool little intro to the game there. You get that pretty much anytime you start the game up. I thought it was really nice. Very, very nice touch on that. So what are we doing? Today we are playing a new game, kind of new game, called Endzone, A World Apart. Still in early access. If you guys are a big fan of apocalyptic world builders and simulation games, then this would probably right up your alley. For example, if you like, say, Surviving the Aftermath, this is a lot like that from my understanding, and I do enjoy Surviving the Aftermath, so if you guys are into that, this is probably right up your alley. So what I'm going to do today, I'm probably not going to mess around with like trying to edit the video or anything. I think what I want to do is just kind of like play it out and just kind of figure out what we're doing a little bit here, and then kind of go from there. So let's go with new game. I've already went in and kind of set the audio and stuff to where I think is good, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's see. So we have tutorial. We have survival mode, where you can configure your game according to your own needs without pursuing a global goal. Create a huge settlement, fight against a challenging environment, anything's possible. Okay. Or we could choose scenarios. Okay. Well, let's try tutorial. Let's get a grasp of the game. I think that'd be great for a very first video on this here. I do want to thank the developers of the game for seeking me out and letting me, basically asking me if I would like to do this. Of course I would enjoy doing this. I love Surviving the Aftermath, and very thankful to the devs for reaching out and letting me have a copy of the game here so I can test this out for you.
We finally left the Endzone
before I could actually get to it.
Look at this beautiful scenery. It's marvelous, even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured. We were able to secure a few basic resources and are storing them in our bus.
Alright, yeah, so we got a little RV bus here. Okay, finally left the Endzone. Even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured, we were able to figure... Okay, so I guess they've left from somewhere.
I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the Endzone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Okay. Open the survival guide. Alright, so the survival guide is right up here in the corner, so let's click that. Using tasks. Tasks can be used to assign. Okay. Radiation. Only settlers who do not carry out any activity will perform such many sessions. Tasks can remove radiation. Up to 4 settlers can work on a single task. Okay. Settlers begin gathering wood from trees. Alright, so kind of that
well done.
Classic
Everything
point and
you
click
need
thing.
to know should be right here. I think the time has come for us to at last build ourselves a new home here.
Right.
Before we can construct buildings at all, we have to assign the profession builder to several settlers so that they can take care of construction contracts. In general, it's your responsibility to decide which tasks are important and how our settlers are supposed to be distributed to attend to them.
Okay, so decide which tasks are important. Okay. Several of them. Alright, assign. It said several, but 3. Alright. Open the profession menu. Professionals. And we need what? 3? 1, 2, 3 builders.
Alright. Your
Easy
builders
enough.
will be ready as soon as construction contracts have been issued. It's time to start focusing on our key and most basic need: water.
Understood.
The first thing we ought to do is to establish a working water supply. So we'll move on to our first construction contract. Place and build a jetty by a lake in the vicinity of your town center.
Alright, so place and build a jetty by the lake near the town center. Okay. Okay, so our construction menu is, of course, the hammer and wrench. A jetty. Where do you want me to build this? Okay. Wait a minute. That is like a jetty is sort of like a bridge, right? Tell me I'm not wrong. Oh, art. Okay, so wait. Oh, I can click the mouse button for that. Aha. Oh, it's not liking that at all. Wait, there we go. Aha. Alright, so I click that. Build that there. And I guess my people will go do that. Right? Are you guys gonna go do that? Oh, wait. Okay, we already did that. Build a jetty. Gives about okay, yeah, build this next. Oh, there they go. Okay, they're just slow. Got it. This is as far as I can zoom in, too, so this is the best look I can get at these people. Oh, look, up here at the trash, there's an arcade machine out there. Oh, those are scrap piles. That's interesting. What else we got around here while they're building? More scrap. Scrap, scrap. Lots of scrap. Lots of scrap. Lots of that. Let's go watch them build down here. Alright. Wow, they got that quick.
The jetty was completed as planned. Now we have a place where we can collect water. There are other possibilities to gather water too, but the jetty is the simplest and most cost-effective method.
Okay.
We can obtain and store water from different sources, like a jetty, rain collector, or well in the cistern. The cistern should always be in close proximity to a water source, so that our water carriers don't have to walk too far.
Got it. Alright, so we build a cistern. One of these here. Okay. How about there? That seems like a fine place for that. We're gonna assign that priority to that there. Okay. Can I speed up time? Is there a time thing somewhere? Yeah, there we go. A little bit faster. A little bit faster, guys. Oh, it's raining. It's getting dark on us. Okay, cool. So, alright, what now? Water produced. I need to assign settlers to the profession water carrier. Okay, so professions. Water carrier. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Done. Now we have some water carriers. They got some buckets there. They're gonna go grab some water. Oh, we already got one down here. Nice. Okay, so they just dip the bucket in the water? I thought this pole came in for some reason. I thought maybe they would put the bucket on the pole and like bring the water up somehow. But, alright, yeah, they're literally just going to go down and dip the bucket in the water. I'm sure that's sanitary. It's probably the same water we bathe from. But I'm sure that's fine. Got some deer over here. Oh, deer. Oh, this is going to take forever. Speed this up a little bit.
Great.
Very good.
We have now installed a working water supply, and water is now transported from the jetty to our cistern. Consider hiring more water carriers if you don't have enough settlers available.
Cool.
Now we should focus on food production. It's important to ensure the supply right from the start. A gatherer's cabin, a hunting lodge, or a fishing hut can directly remedy the situation.
He says we should start with the fishing hut. Alright, sure. Food. So we have over here buildings and tasks. Looks like we got water, food, resources, housing, community, logistics such as roads and storerooms, technology like research stations, expedition stations, electricity, some decorations like wind chimes, torches. Okay. Alright. So let's go food. See if I can find the best place for this here. Looks like maybe right there. Alright. That'll work. Build that next. Give it priority. Oops, keep hitting that escape key. I'm really bad for hitting the escape key in almost every single game. Way too many times. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Let's get this built. Alright, I also need to assign some people to the fisherman status as well. There we go. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe for these fishermen. Alright. So this is built, already constructed. We have some fishermen there. They're going to be doing some fishing. They are literally going to the edge of the pier and fishing. Why don't they just go over here and fish off this? Okay, sure. Whatevs. So we're about to get a fish for that.
Good work. We've now taken care of our basic supply via food and water. Make sure that you have enough food and water on hand at all times, especially if you want to upgrade your settlement. A population that grows too fast can quickly unbalance your food and water supply, bringing major difficulties for you if you don't watch out.
Got it. Okay.
Crops are another excellent way of getting food because they constantly grow as long as the soil is moist enough. Each seed has different yields and growing times. This means that it could take some time until your field is ready to be harvested, in contrast to your fishing hut, where production can be right away.
Right, but maybe we can grow some wheat. I mean, everybody just wants to eat fish all day. Maybe they want some fish, like some fish and bread or something. So, or maybe some fish and potatoes. Maybe some fish and chips. Maybe something like that. All right, so understood. Let's do a cultivated field. So that's probably under food. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. So I can just build this anywhere. How big should I build this? Six by 6 seems to be appropriate. There we go. Now we need to assign some people to be a farmer. Okay. All right, this is fairly easy so far. There we go. Got 3 farmers. Now we just gotta seeds. Oh, we can choose the seed. I can make cabbage, squash, Wheat. Okay, I can't make that yet. Let's make cabbage. Oh, actually the squash makes more. I choose that.
Looks good. Remember that we need the widest variety of food sources to stay healthy. You should also plan ahead for drought periods that might come when it's not going to rain. Stock up on food and adapt your production to avoid bottlenecks. I'll show you a few more strategies later on.
Oh, thank you so much, old man.
At the beginning, we don't have much scrap, wood, or other resources. We could build a production building, but to obtain resources as fast as possible, it's best that we start gathering right away. Assign a Gather All Resources task. All the settlers who haven't been assigned any profession by you are going to accept these kinds of tasks. In addition, settlers distribute resources within your settlement.
Okay. Place the gather wood task. Resources. Gather wood. I don't see that. Oh, tasks. Ah. Okay. So we'll go up there. And then place together scrap. Okay. Free settlers available. 2 out of 3. So what I need to... Do I need 4 farmers? Probably not. There we go. Alright, and the next thing is just to collect everything there. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to just speed game up here a little bit. I won't actually slow it down. I want to watch him cut this tree down. Oh, I missed it. They cut the trees down quite quick. A little faster. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay. Alright. Speed up the game. Get all this wood. Get all this scrap.
Since we now own plenty of resources, we can start to build a real production building. Then you don't have to always make efforts by hand that collecting is taking place. Production buildings are not only easier to manage, they are also distinctly more effective than simple tasks. Don't place production buildings too far away from your settlement. You'll be able to change their working area at any time later on. Right on. The best thing for us to do now is to build a forester's lodge to automate our supply of wood and make it more effective at the same time. Foresters are not only able to chop down trees, they reforest areas with trees as well.
Right on, brother. Alright, let's do that. Okay, so... Building. Resources. Forester's Lodge. I'm gonna put it back here. That seems like a fine place. Alright, get that built. Perfect. Now, assign 1 forester.
Good job. You might want to change this building's working area later on to tell your workers where they should get their wood from. Ah, very good. Now we ought to take care of collecting scrap. Scrap is one of the most valuable resources because the quantities present are limited, and we can recover other resources from scrap. Unlike the task we just had, the scrap yard allows larger quantities of existing scrap to be dismantled than with ruins or wrecks.
Okay, so we want to build a scrap yard. Right. Scrap collector. Scrap yard. Oh, look at that. Oh, I see. There's a thing there. I can't put that there. I can't put it here though. There we go. All right, so we'll get that built. In the meantime, let's see. We want to assign one scrap collector. Okay. And then we need to produce some scrap. Okay. Not quite as fast, but a little faster. There we go.
You can change the working area for the scrapyard, too. We can recycle scrap into 4 additional resources: cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics. We'll do that shortly, but for now, we ought to take care of your settlers' needs first. Our people want a place to sleep and live. Cabins fulfill their need for safety and privacy, and increase the confidence of their inhabitants. In other words, building cabins increases their willingness to start families and reproduce, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I get what you're putting down there, Arthur Sachwin. All right, let's do that. So, build some cabins. Housing. Cabins. Build 8 of these? Okay. Then I guess we'll build a couple over here as well. There we go. All right. So we'll get those 8 cabins built. Got a couple built already. Oh, it looks like every time you build one, it's slightly different. I'm seeing 3 different designs, looks like. Alright, so far this game is slightly different from Surviving the Aftermath, but I can see definite similarities.
Besides cabins, you can also provide sturdy houses and shelters as housing. Sturdy houses withstand sandstorms better and have an increased storage capacity to boot. Children living in houses gradually fill up the house's stockpiles. Settlers do not reproduce in a shelter because they lack privacy. Let's return from our excursion into housing and refocus on scrap. With the help of a recycler or refinery, scrap can be sorted into 4 different resources. A recycler always takes scrap apart, one resource at a time, while a refinery automatically produces all 4 resources. To start off, you should build a recycler and produce cloth.
Got it. Okay. A recycler. Go. I'll put that right there. Alright, now I need to assign settlers to the profession of a refiner. Oh, I see it. Okay. And then we'll produce 4 cloth. I'm having to build over top of the deer. Mutant deer at that. I don't see anybody producing cloth. No, sir, don't see it. Are you going to produce anything? There they go, I think. I mean, I see him working. There we go, 2. And that's a slow process. This is on the fastest
You can
speed.
instruct your recycler to produce a different resource at a time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning. Cloth and metal look like good options if you... Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers, like radiation. So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth.
Alright, so they want me to build a tailor. Okay. Tailor shop. Oh, that's big. That's what she said. I'm gonna put it over here. Alright, and then we're gonna assign a tailor. Okay. And we're gonna produce some neck scarves. Alright. Speed things up a little bit here. Apparently we don't have enough. We have homeless settlers. I thought they said homeless shelters. I'm like, well, that's probably a good thing that we have homeless shelters. No, that's homeless settlers. Okay, produce these neck scarves here kind of quick. There we go.
Categorize environmental radiation into 4 levels. No radiation, low level, medium level, and high level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand.
Got it.
The tools we brought along from the Endzone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on
manufacturing new tools. Alright, we need another recycler. Okay. Alright, I'll put it right next to the other one. Gonna need a workshop apparently too. This seems like a fine place for a workshop. Right there. And what do I tell you to build? Oh, okay. I guess I have to build that next. Instructor, recycler, assign. Okay, so I need another refiner. Okay, done. Okay, well, alright, I need to tell you to make metal. Done. Oh, I need a technician as well. Okay. Instruct a workshop to produce the metal tool. Metal tool. Done. Okay. And now I need to produce 2 metal tools. Oh, so okay, that's like a workshop is like a blacksmith. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so this game seems simple enough.
With our lovely new tools, we are now prepared to work effectively. Should you ever run out of metal, keep in mind that you can also instruct your workshop to manufacture tools from scrap instead of metal. Though they won't be quite as effective, it's still better than being forced to work with bare hands. Down in the Endzone, we had sufficient time and resources to educate ourselves properly. But our children don't have this luxury. We ought to build a school and pass on what we've learned.
Okay. Build a school. Community? Yeah. I guess I will build that over here. Alright. And you know what else I'm going to build? I'm also going to build a couple more cabins as well. Just kind of real quick. Might as well. Right. Now we need a couple teachers. Oh, teachers. There we go. Build that next. There we go. Alright. Speed things up. They built the houses first before they built the school.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools. This, in turn, leads to them staying intact longer, and we conserve valuable resources.
I understand.
Now that our population is starting to grow, we ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production. We are already accumulating fish and tilling our fields. A gatherer's cabin will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
I understand. We're gonna have a full feast on our hands. Okay, let's see. Gatherer's cabin. Oh, that's perfect. We'll put that right down here. There we go. Alright, we'll get that built. Let's hire a couple of gatherers. I'm going to just speed that up a little bit there. Okay. Gatherers. There we are. 1, 2. Then we're going to get some mushrooms and some berries. Alright. Is that built already? No, it's not built yet. It's getting there. There it goes. I don't like how when I put my mouse over top of it, it does that. I don't understand that. I don't understand the reason for that. I'm sure there's a reason, I just don't understand it. I also don't like playing at night either. It's hard to see what's going on.
Very good. As you can see, the gatherer's cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plants have regrown. As is the case with most buildings, here too, you can relocate the working area at any time.
Got it.
Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees.
Alright, so now we're going to do orchards. Okay, I mean, this thing has some pretty neat little things in it. I actually might say this might be better than surviving the aftermath. Alright, there we go. And let's see, you need science center is the profession farmer. Well, we already have 3 on the farming thing, so we're good on that. Seeds from fields chosen. Okay. Choose seeds. Let's do plums, I guess, because that's all we have.
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already
I've gone
beginning
plum
to
crazy.
grow. Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown. But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again. Our gatherer's cabin gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be gathered by an herbal hut. The herbs gathered there can be consumed by settlers.
So like a healer's hut. Got it. Herb hut. Okay. Man, I'm already starting to run out of space. That seems like a fine place. Why not? Now I need to assign a herbalist. Herbalist. And then we need to produce some herbs. From some herbs. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up. For the sake of the video, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Okay.
Well done. We can equally utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on. It might happen. Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation, it might occur that our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening. We will need a great deal of charcoal to accomplish this. The charcoal kiln will burn wood to produce charcoal.
Okay, so I need a charcoal kiln. Okay, charcoal. Let's do it. There. Alright, charcoal burner. There we go. Just need one, right? Make some coal. Some charcoal. That is. Alright, speed things up. Get this built. Come on, guys.
Great. We can use the charcoal in conjunction with a filtration system to purify our water. Unfortunately, our cistern is not able to do this. Only the water tower has the necessary equipment for this case.
Okay.
It would be a disgrace if we had to demolish our trusted cistern just to erect a water tower in its place. What we ought to do instead is upgrade the cistern itself. A water tower can store
Oh, okay, so we're gonna upgrade. Oh, but I'm gonna need another recycler. Okay. Alright, recycler. There we go. Alright. And assign that escape key again. We're assign a refiner. Yeah. Okay, done. Instruct a recycler to produce plastic. Okay. And then upgrade the cistern. Okay, got it. So first of all, let's get this built. Perfect. Then assign it to make plastic. Okay. Not a problem. And upgrade my cistern. Upgrade building. Upgrade the water tower. Yeah? Alright, cool. Let's watch this thing turn into a cistern. Is it me or do we have a lot more settlers now than what we started with? I do believe we've got it. And then I need some water carriers.
Our Our new water tower is up and ready for action. Good work. Filtering the water is an important next step because clean drinking water is a key.
Yeah.
Let's begin with filtering our water. To save on charcoal, we ought to ensure that at least a little bit of water not contaminated by radiation is being stored in our water tower. Water gained from a well is never contaminated by radiation, so it suggests itself for that purpose. Then we can use the remaining charcoal.
All right, I gotta build a well. Okay. Water. Well. Seems to me the best place to build a well would be right next to the water tower. Okay. And then a well keeper. Okay. That's a very well kept secret. Alright. Activate the filter on the water tower. Done that. Start your Tailor shop to produce activated carbon masks. Activate a Tailor shop. Where was the Tailor shop? That's a school. Oh no, I can't remember which one of these is the Tailor shop. Are you the Tailor shop? Are you the Tailor shop? Are you the Tailor shop? That's a school. That's a gatherer's cabin. I could have sworn. Oh, it's this building. I couldn't see it. To produce activated carbon masks. Alright, there we go. Alright, now I just got to produce a couple of those and we should be good to go. Anytime now? How far can I zoom out? Oh, we got things over here. Gas stations. Oh. How big is the map? Oh, wow. Oh, I like this. This map is huge. Got lots of things we can actually explore. So it differs quite a bit from, say, Surviving the Aftermath. In fact, because we have the huge map is just all one big map instead of going out to a larger map and choosing places to go, you have this one big map.
Good work.
So that is different.
We are continuously taking steps towards being better and better equipped to be able to survive in this hostile environment. Filtered water is a precious asset, and later on we can even use it to irrigate our fields. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That sounds like a great plan, Arthur. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think we've taken a pretty good look at how this game plays. So this has been the game Endzone, guys, and it's not a football game. It's called Endzone, A World Apart. It's I actually kind of like it. I may actually be playing this some more here on the channel. We will maybe continue doing some more videos of this later on. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of quick look here at the game. I will see you in the next video. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.